Hi, this is Chris. This is my weekly check-in. I am going to try not talk too much. I know that I've put a lot of stuff in the discussion boards already, and I don't want to make you read everything 25 times. I have my learning contract open right now, which you're also going to end up reading, so I'm not going to read it out loud, but I thought I could use it as a little bit of a guide. So last year I started organizing an Earth Day event for this elementary school that I am part of the PTO. What I'd like to do is combine it, turn it into a combined health and wellness fair kind of thing with Earth Day event. So I decided to call it Healthy People, Healthy Planet, an Earth Day event. My goal is to develop a fully virtual experience and have everything done and tested by the end of the class. Even though the actual event that would go live with the school wouldn't take place until late April, when it's actually Earth Day. I don't know if that's a problem. If it is, if I have to have everything, like for the entire complete project, completed by the end of the class, if you could just give me some feedback on that, that would be helpful. But this is my tentative plan. I think that this will work out. What are some things here? Okay, so I had decided on 3 main domains, or kind of categories, that I want to be able to develop resources for. So healthy living, healthy bodies, healthy planet. And the thing that is going to connect all 3 of those is like food. So we're going to talk about growing food, we're going to talk about recycling food, we'll talk about food labels, that resource that I originally was talking about. I don't know if it's too much to say. Maybe I should make an adult centered or geared resource and then a kid resource. That might be a little much. But I'll have to work that out. But for sure, I'm going to talk about food and how that plays a role in healthy living, having a healthy body and keeping a healthy planet. One thing that I had started for the Earth Day event last year was I got seed packets from a local organization. Actually, I brought it up here. So the University of Rhode Island usually does this free seed program. They get seeds that didn't sell from the previous season and donate them to nonprofits. I still have a whole box with a couple hundred seed packets in it in my shed. So maybe I can use that if they'll grow. I guess I should plant some like tomorrow and see if they will grow. If they're not totally inoculated. Because they're not handing out free packets this year because of the pandemic. But maybe I can still figure something out. So I could make a kit. We were going to do paper towel tubes, cut a piece of paper towel tube, put it in a bag, have a bag of potting soil, a packet of seeds. You take that home, and then I can make a little YouTube video that shows you how to form the paper towel tube so the bottom is closed, put the soil in it, and now you're growing food, right? Starting your own garden. So different types of ideas like that. The questions that I wanted to float are mostly about my timeline. Like I said earlier, is it acceptable to have the event that goes live to the school in April, even though the class ends before that? Or should I be doing something completely different that can be built and launched by the end of the class in a couple of weeks? I think that's everything that I wanted to bring to this meeting. I'm sorry this one's a little bit more rambly than last week, but hopefully all the materials combined make some more sense. Some of the resources that my peers have shared in the discussions already have been really, really great, like this article that Zarifa sent, and I really, really love this. Lifestyle behaviors are essentially the leading cause of death in the United States. If we can optimize physical activity, diet, and weight, and choosing not to smoke, we can eliminate chronic diseases and a lot of cancer. So that's the impetus behind why this is important. I'd love to include that information in my project. Yeah, and this is another website with some more resources that I can use that are kid-focused and have to do with health and wellness and nutrition that another student sent me. Okay, thanks. I'll talk soon.